thinking of everything. Everything is opportunities. Now, I wrote this morning in my journal, I was like, feeling at the moment like possibilities are endless. I feel like everyone is kind of like characters in a video game. And I was kind of reflecting, I'm like, oh, is this like, people talk about spiritual psychosis, but I'm like, no, no, no. This is like the extreme opposite. And this is just like more of a mindset and just how you can view things. Because I think for me, the main thing is that I usually see things as endless opportunities, as mentioned. So for me, the video game of life is more like, and I've said this to my partner in the past, it's more like Red Dead Redemption. Like, you can make multiple different choices and have so many different outcomes. I think this is what keeps life fun and fascinating. Because if you are always looking for what the opportunity is in certain situations, you're never going to feel stuck. You're never going to feel hard done by. And I don't want to say ever, never say never, because obviously there's probably situations that happen when you're like, oh no, I didn't want it to go this way. But again, this is us just trying to put control on how we view what's happening. I think it's more of like having the expansion mindset, because the most terrible thing could happen, but it's just how you deal with it, which is going to propel you into the next phase. It is interesting. It is interesting just to be able to reflect on that. So if something happens that doesn't go like according to plan or how you had in mind, think, what is the opportunity here? And the opportunity could be something as small as, oh, instead of getting off at the right train station, maybe you were too sleepy off the next one, you get to see a new neighborhood. Or, oh, let me just go into this ice cream shop and try a different flavor. I don't know. Just something that kind of puts you out of the regular routine. And as I said, it doesn't have to be anything huge. And even if it is something huge, so you didn't get the opportunity of job that you wanted, what's the opportunity here? What is the opportunity? Maybe there's something else in store for you that you can't have even imagined because you were so hung up on this opportunity. Just try and have this expansive thought about things, because you don't want to limit yourself, especially in things like this. This is your life. This is your life, and how you respond to things is going to determine how you experience things. Let me say that again. How you respond to things is going to determine how you experience things. What experience do you want to have? Because for me, as I said, I don't want to feel limited. I don't want to feel restricted, which is good in certain areas. Like, I don't want to take away the benefit of routine, but I think as people, we need to have this sort of flexibility in life. Kind of like seeing like an elastic band, but one that would never break. One that would never break. You can pull me in any direction and I'll just go back to shape. I'll go back to form. I'll still be me at the end of it, no matter what happens. I think this is a very difficult thing to actually come by, because so much external things happen in life. So many external things, and we can kind of be helped by it or we can be hindered by it. And it's kind of a choice. It may not feel like it, because some things can feel so overwhelming, right? And we're just like, panicked in the moment, but like, just take a step back. Take a breath. Can you see what the help could be here? Can you see it? Because it's also this ability to be able to reflect, zoom out. I've mentioned before about like, if you're so in something, say it's like being in a circle, in a pit, let's say. So you're in it and all you can see is like what's around you, like these four walls. But if you zoom out, what can you see now? not just this, but you can see this and this and this and this all around. There's just so much more to see. So I think this is the thing when we get so caught up, or we are so unable to see other opportunities that might be building, or other helpful things that might be there that we're just not able to see because we're so zoomed in. And it's so easy to get like this, right? We're all human. It's like part of the human condition, because we just think this is like the whole world, the whole universe in this little thing, but just like there's so much more. There's so much more. And if you're able to be like, okay, this isn't the be all end all, it's actually a lot more to this than what I can just see right now. So helpful, so useful in being able to transcend and transform your way of thinking about things. Try the zoom out if you're feeling overwhelmed, because this is usually the thing that happens, especially like if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling hopeless. It's because we're usually stuck and bouncing around the same like circle, like in the same four walls that are so tiny. We're just like boom, boom, boom. But what about this, and it's usually the same things on repeat. It's usually the same things on repeat. So think about breaking one of the walls. Okay, but I was thinking all these things, but what about something else? Try and think of something, like maybe if you're anxious, like, oh, what if it goes wrong? What if this is terrible? What if they don't like me? Just like break through the wall and be like, what's another thing I can think about that is actually helpful? What if it all goes right? It's also an option. It's also an option. And this is the challenging thing, as mentioned, being people, because we can get so caught up in things that feel very important, but realistically, there's so much more that could happen in these situations. But it's when we attach so much meaning, so much thought, so much feeling into the four walls that we're residing in that issues arise. Because, okay, first I said break out the wall, but I think a step beyond this is to just dissolve the walls. The walls don't exist. We just made them. We made them. And it's an interesting thing because it's like, it's sort of to make us feel safe, to have the same rhetoric that has kind of kept us safe in situations before, is from our previous conditioning, our previous learnings, which, okay, we can be grateful for, thank you, because we understand that not every situation is going to work out, but what if it does? What if it does? And the thing of breaking out the wall is that you'll realize that you have been keeping yourself trapped for no reason. So getting rid of the walls completely, there's just so much opportunity within it. And just to think, maybe just one counter, let's say argument, one counter thought to what you've been thinking that's been winding you up and riling you up. Because you're in this box and you're just like boom, 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 and it just gets so confusing, overwhelming. Break through it, think something completely opposite of what you've been thinking, and then get rid of the walls. Get rid of them. And just imagine how expansive that could be. And it's not saying that you have to think of a million things to counterbalance all the other things you were thinking. No. Just drop it all. This takes practice because we're so used to using our previous experiences, our previous notions, our previous learnings and lessons of life to guide us. But to do things that you haven't done, you kind of just have to think a little bit differently. And first step, think a counter thought. Step outside the walls that you're running around in circles in. And then see how it feels just to let it all go. It takes practice. Just try it with something small. I don't know, with you go to a shop and you want a coffee and they don't have your particular coffee, you just try instead of going, oh my god, they don't have my coffee, what am I going to do, blah, blah, blah. Just, okay, they don't have it. What's breaking through what your normal thought pattern would be? Maybe I'll try tea instead today. I don't know, something small like that. Something that's going to be easy for you to just be like, okay, let me make a different option today. Or just do something like that. Even if they have your coffee, just be like, okay, I'm actually in control of how I think about things. Let me just do something different. Let me try something different today, and take it on yourself to not allow the circumstances to shake you as a person. You're in control. This is your life. And this is the thing about me writing about the video game thing, because I just currently have this feeling that we have so much more control and so much more power in how we respond and how we go about our day to day. And if we expect good things to happen, and even no matter what happens, we can spin it and be like, okay, I can see the benefit in this, or the lesson in this, or the different outcome that maybe the way I was thinking before wouldn't have thought. This is how we shift, and this is how we can like truly live our best lives, is not being dampened down by old rhetoric. Because that's the thing, these things of the past, if they may have served you, but right now they're probably not. They're probably not, and this is what helps us become brighter, lighter, less weighed down, less heavy, so we're able to just experience more and see differences in how we respond, because we're able to just view differently. We ourselves are different, so it doesn't matter what happens. We can see that, okay, well, I can deal with this, I can handle it. I can see different ways that this could be beneficial to me. Or just be like, okay, didn't work out, I'll figure something else out. And that's the thing, is people, we are so adaptable, and sometimes we forget this because we get caught up in these, I don't want to say negative, but just ways of thinking that we think helps us, because they may have in the past and it feels safe. But if we want to be able to expand and grow and feel different and feel better and feel lighter and just expansive, then we need to challenge it. We need to challenge ourselves. And this is what happens. This is how we grow. I'm thinking of going to the gym, like, to be able to grow, you have to do something different, you know? You have to lift the weights, and it takes repetitions. Maybe going up in the weights. And that's what this is like. And this is just with your thoughts. So it's like just that, doing something different, like thinking differently to how you thought, to be able to expand and then expand. Think of like muscles growing, right? This is how you expand. You start lifting the weights, you're doing something different to what you normally do. And then the way you go beyond that is that you have to just keep lifting. You have to keep doing the repetitions. This is what gets us to be able to be different, do different. And this is for you if you were wanting to do that. It's what we make it. It's what we make it. And this is just the message to take it into your hands. You have more control than you think. That's the drop.